please. If you were first to share it, stop now. The other person share. Awesome. Some people still talking. This is awesome. I can see people are really, and be honest now. If you're going to be honest and open, you can feel yourself opening up a bit. You can literally feel yourself being a little bit looser. We're so restricted. We're so constrained. We've got like a straitjacket that we put ourselves in. That we can't, there's certain words, listen to this, certain uncles that we don't even want to talk about. Certain aunties that if I even think of them, I start getting mad. They're not here. They're not here. That prison that you're in right now is of your creation. No, it was them. They did this and they said that. That's what you made it mean. I'm going to come on to that a little bit later. Yeah, again, honestly, if it doesn't work, if you don't do that, it doesn't work. If you don't give every single piece of you, it doesn't work. You know what? Some of us are so constrained, we don't even know that we're not giving up anything. We're just so used to being like this. We're like living in a terrorist state that's always under threat. You know, like a high threat alert. Our whole lives are led like that. That's right. Indeed. Okay, my other big thing for me is ICE. Intimately, I keep saying this thing about non-judgmental, intimately connect and engage with yourself. Intimately connect and engage with your thinking, your feelings, your emotions. Intimately connect and engage with your memories. Most of us, so like I said, you've got an uncle who upset you some years ago, and I don't want to talk about him. You're not connecting with you. You're not. He or she, they're not here. You are here now. But you're not connecting with you. You're disconnecting. When you connect with you, like electricity, okay, if these are two electric cables, and there's 50,000 volts, that's power. If it's disconnected, there's no power. To empower yourself, you need to connect. When you say, I don't want to talk about it, you're disconnecting. When you say, no, I don't want to talk about how I feel, you're disconnecting and you're disempowering yourself. Yeah, you get to participate when you empower yourself. You know, when you're really empowered, people around you are attracted to you. They want to talk to you. Why? Because you don't have hang-ups about being you. When you're really connected to yourself, you don't put people down. They don't feel threatened by you. You allow people to be themselves. When you allow yourself to be yourself. It's really weird how it works. You go to a party and you're like this. You know some people are like that around you? When you start opening up, relaxing, smiling, people smile back at you, generally. And sometimes people don't. They don't. Sit on a London tube, but you see people look at you like you're crazy if you've got a smile on your face. You must be mad. You're happy. Oh, this word, intimacy. I looked up in the dictionary. What a powerful word. It said things like having a warm, loving, caring, and it used this word affectionate relationship. And then it went on to say having it with other people or with other groups. And I think the biggest thing that was missing from that was with yourself. You got it. You got it. We're not affectionate to ourselves. You know when you're not affectionate to yourself, when somebody says something nasty to you and you start getting down on yourself because of what they said, you're not being affectionate enough to yourself. When something bad, quote unquote, happens to you and you get down on yourself, you're not affectionate. You know, like if there was a little kid fell over and scraped their knee, you'd say, there. You wouldn't say, put yourself together. You'd be affectionate to that child. But we don't know how to be affectionate. You know what it takes? Effort, time, practice. Most of us are not even aware that we're not being affectionate, not being loving and warm and charitable and giving to ourselves. We're so stingy, we're so used to being stingy. Our hands are like bald fists. Well, you can't pick anything up with your hand like this. Okay, I mentioned non-judgmentalism. And I want to give you an illustration. Put your hands in the air if you agree with me. This is a bottle with some water in it. It's like a yes or no. Put your hand in the air if you agree with me. This is a bottle with some water in it. So, sorry, I see some hands not in the air. So, you don't agree with me. Come on, hands high so I can see. I want to see who doesn't agree that this is a bottle with some water. Okay, put your hands down. There. Okay, let me do it like this then. Put your hands in the air if you agree with me. This is a horrible bottle of water. Put your hands in the air if you agree with me. Okay, a few people agree with me. Now, why is it that most of you are not agreeing with me? You agreed with me before when I said it's a bottle of water. Why are you not agreeing when I say it's a horrible... Okay, alright, this is a lovely bottle of water. You agree with me, right? Ain't nobody agreeing with me. What's going on? Why is that happening? Anybody want to explain to me? You don't trust me. You don't trust me, okay. Any other reason? Oh, sorry. What's your name, sister? Chantel kind of hit the nail on it. That's my opinion. When you know your opinion will drag you down, that even as I'm speaking, your opinion is holding you in a certain place. That's what your opinion does. Well, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Yeah, they are. But you have to be so careful, because oftentimes when you give somebody your opinion, you don't actually believe that they can give you their opinion. No, I'm right, this is my opinion. What I'm saying, when you become non-judgmental, you start to get in touch with the fact that that is my opinion, and it's okay to have an opinion, but it's also okay for the other person to have one too. It's when you believe that your opinion is the law, and it is in your world, but remember, your world interacts with other people's worlds. Go into a boardroom, any boardroom in the country, put this down and say, this is a bottle of water. They'll all agree with you, or most of them. If you now say this is an ugly bottle of water, or a horrible bottle of water, you're just going to get people saying, that's your opinion. Almost immediately, it's like an automatic reaction in us when people give their opinions. So, when you give an opinion, you've got to notice, even when you're giving your opinion to somebody, you're actually in conflict with yourself. Because you're not going to be willing to hear their opinion. This is why some of our parents went to their grave and now the government is selling off their properties. Or they went to their grave and their children, you know, all 4 or 5 of them, or 2 of them, couldn't agree. This is the way we should execute the will. No, this is the way we should execute the will. And then the government just took the money because their opinion was that important. People die for their opinion. And it's just an opinion. It's just a view. When you're honest, open, and objective, you allow others to have their view. So you have your view, but they have their view. And both of them are valid. When you have your view and you don't agree with the other person, and you say, well, I don't agree with you, you're actually invalidating them. But before you can invalidate them, you have to invalidate yourself. You just don't realise that, but you can feel it in your stomach. You feel when you disagree and you don't like it, and you feel when, but it's my opinion. So be very, very wary of you and your opinion. I want you to really get on the court with yourself. I don't want you to get on the court with the other person or anybody in your life, your boss, your bank manager, your wife, your husband, your kids, your pet. Don't get on the court with the only person you have 100% control over. 100% mastery. Get on the court with yourself. I like that picture, the guys talking and everybody's kind of leaning in and listening. I'm just hoping that when he sits down and somebody else stands up, they do exactly the same thing. We've got to start being like that, listening to other people's opinions and saying, now let me apply that to myself. We don't do that often enough. We don't look at what's really going on for somebody when they say something about themselves or about you even. I'm always thinking, oh, that's an interesting opinion. I'm curious. Life is an experiment. It's not an examination. You pass or fail an exam. An experiment, some of the greatest inventions have come from experiments. Like rubber. They didn't go out to invent rubber. I don't remember what it was. They invented something else and rubber came out of it. Amazing.